David the Marine.
Let me see your war face.
What are we going to talk about today?
Lowers.
Hey, David the Marine. What are we going to talk about today?
Lowers.
Hey, David the Marine. What are we going to talk about today? So this is the lower.
This is the lower. You can buy them stripped without any parts in it whatsoever. And because it is a completed lower, you have to fill out the 4473, get your background check, and because there's a serial number on here, and do all those things as if it were a complete gun, because this is in essence, the firearm according to current federal law.
The advantage is that you can buy a lower relatively inexpensively and then put what you want on it.
For example, I couldn't find what I wanted for the price I wanted to pay, so I put the parts together myself and created my own gun, the AR-15 pistol.
How is that different from a ghost gun?
Scary. What's different is a ghost gun is a lower, like we just showed you, that is only machined 80% of the way. So there's 20% that is not yet machined. AR-15 lowers and Glock frames have the same thing, where you buy the semi-complete, mostly complete unit. It's not a firearm yet because it is only 80%. It cannot fire, cannot function as a firearm, only 80% machined.
And you kind of have to know what you're doing to put all that together.
Oh, or have some money so you can buy another one after you ruin it.
But my point is,
that's
you know,
up.
gangbangers, last minute people who are going to have an axe to grind for whatever reason, probably aren't going to be using a ghost gun.
They're not, because it doesn't take a half hour like Joe Biden says, because you have to have the tools, you have to have the time, you have to do it right, and there are a lot of people that have bought more than one because they ruined more than one. So it takes a little bit of practice to do, and once it's done, as long as you keep it in your possession, it is legal to possess under current federal law. It is illegal already for me to sell a firearm to anybody else that does not have a serial number. Doesn't have a serial number, it's already against the law for me to sell to somebody.
So banning the ghost guns is a moot point. The other thing Biden is talking about is getting rid of wrist braces.
Or, as they refer to it, it's a stabilizing brace. It is not a stock, it is a stabilizing brace so you can shoot one-handed with better accuracy. It's suitable for people with injuries, or if you hold something like this like you would a normal pistol, it's a little unwieldy to do it like this, and this has some stabilizing elements to make sure that you hit where you're supposed to hit.
Without the wrist brace. Yep. It's a lot to hold up, isn't it?
It is a lot to hold up.
With the wrist brace.
Of course, I'm a healthy, young, athletic male at one time. But I can hold it up, but it is a bit of a effort for me to do that. So if we ban the braces, who would that affect the most?
It would affect the handicap because that's what this was designed for. And I don't know if the Biden administration wants to be responsible for denying the Persons with Disabilities Act, but I'm crazy that way.
Plus, this was designed with input and approval from the BATF. The company did not just come up with them to sell them. They went to the BATF and had discussion with them and came up with what they both approved of. So it's already been scrutinized and approved.
What about the argument that, they could use this as a stock?
Well, if they shoot like this, it doesn't really matter. We'll shoulder it without the brace. With the brace. Braces don't matter to an active shooter when he holds it like this.
And why would a normal homeowner consider having one?
Home defense is a very good utility for these guns. Aside from the fact they're fun, they have a definite role in home defense because they are short, they are light, you can maneuver it inside a house, and you still have the power. So there's a lot of legitimate uses for this gun for the honest citizen.
And less than 1/100% of the crimes annually are committed using this type of brace.
More people killed with hammers than all ARs combined.
Still,
Guns for everybody.